Edin Terzic led Dortmund to a true title charge last season when they actually managed to bottle it on the final day of the season. Terzic, this is his first full-time managerial position. He's had 2 assistant manager positions before going full-time manager at Borussia Dortmund, and his tactics are absolutely fantastic, and we're going to make them today, and hopefully we can make a tactic that doesn't bottle the Bundesliga title. Not only are we making a tactic that doesn't bottle titles, we're making a tactic that scores 10 goals in one game, and over the course of the season has just below a 4 goals per game ratio. This tactic is outrageous on the attack, and you're going to see 5 goals today from Karim Adeyemi alone in a 10-2 victory against Hannover 96. And you're going to see a lot of high press system, a lot of, through the ball, through the backline passes to Adeyemi going through on goal. I mean, that's the 3rd one already. He hasn't the post with that one. You're going to get Royce, who's going to burst into the box and finish at home from a Julian Brandt cutback. Some build-up play from Schlotterbeck, who's playing a left-back in this system. Royce bursts into the cam roll, and he's going to burn through the back 4 and score again. Ozcan, high press in the midfield, going to win the ball back, find Royce, touches it through. Adeyemi sticks it home for, I think, his 3rd of the game already. Marco Royce free kick in off the post for 5, I think. It's going so fast, I've got no idea. A ball at the top, and Mats Hummels' pace has probably let us down a tiny bit there, so a little more pace at centre-back maybe is needed. The ball over the top, Royce is going to get this one, have a shot, is going to get saved, and Adeyemi is going to tap in the rebound as Marcel Sabitzer penalty makes it 7 or 8 or 9, who knows. Sabitzer on the ball again, finds Reina ball in behind for Adeyemi. That is 9-2, and the final goal is going to come from Wolf to Adeyemi. He's going to get it down line to Wolf again. Ball's going to not quite get to him. They're going to play it in the middle, and Reina is going to be there to capitalise on a mistake. 24 shots in this game alone, 60% possession, a 5.01 XG. And I mean, it's not even like we just battered the small teams. We've also got them battered by Munich 5-0. And this game is completely different to the other one, because in this one we had about 36% possession of the ball. We didn't dominate the game, we just battered them on the counter-attack, showing the formation is not only good against the smaller teams, it's also good as a bit of an underdog and can do wonders like this. You've seen 2 goals already, a Reina ball to Royce, going to find it in the box. He's actually going to go alone and make it 3-0. A 4th goal is going to come, Sabitzer to Julian Brandt to Reina, quick ball down the line, and Adeyemi is going to beat the goalkeeper for 4-0, and the 5th goal is going to come in the 91st minute. High press, right at the death, what's his name? Seb Haller finds Jeremy Bino Gittens, and he's going to blast it home for 5-0. And like I said, a very different performance in this one. In the other one, a 5 XG, 60% possession. In this one, 37% possession and a 1.76 XG. And like I mentioned, we did go ahead and we did win the Bundesliga, 78 points compared to Bayern Munich 77. So it was very, very close, but over the season we ended up managing to do it. And I have mentioned it's a very high scoring tactic, which does mean you concede quite a few goals. So we haven't drawn a single game all season, and that's purely down to the fact that it's a very gung-ho tactic, at 2.82 goals per game, conceding 1 goal a game on average. And if we look into the in-depth stats of the Bundesliga, 96 goals scored are the most out of anyone, and the fewest conceded were all the way down in 6th place. And like I said, that is purely because it's a very aggressive system. Now, we were 6th place on average on possession as well, with 53%. Fewest shots against, we were 4th, and most shots for, we were of course top with the most goals out of anyone. We didn't win any other trophies. We got round in 16 to the Champions League by Real Madrid, 2nd round in the Pokal by Wolfsburg, and we got finished runners-up in the German Super Cup. But the main thing I wanted to do was win the Bundesliga, because last season they came oh so close, and they bottled it on the final day of the season. Now the system is going to set up in a 4-2-3-1. It's going to start off with sweepkeeper on defend in goal, a wing back on support at right back with cross aim centre, shoot less often and stay wider. On the left back with cross aim centre and shoot less often. The left back doesn't quite overlap as much as the right from what I've seen in real life as well, and with the signing of Ben Sabani, I think that's going to be even more the case. Ball playing defenders at the back, 2 of them, no further instructions. A deep line playmaker on defend at the left centre mid will take more risks, and a box to box midfielder on the right hand side with move into channels and tackle harder. An inside forward and attack on the left, no further instructions. Inverted winger on the right will sit narrower and tackle harder. And again, this is to allow the inverted winger to come inside a little bit and the wing back to bomb on. Now, I would probably set this team up a little bit different to how it says it here. I would play with Haller down the middle, Adeyemi on the right, and Wolf at right back, because Adeyemi is an absolute danger man at that right flank. Wolf is a danger man down the line as well. So that is how I would set them up. An attacking midfielder on support with pass it shorter and tackle harder. The results in the cam are absolutely fantastic. And the advanced forward on attack with pass it shorter, dribble less, and tackle harder. It is set to a positive mentality, and I will quickly say a massive thank you to the Legends on Patreon. Your name is on the screen right now. This tactic is available in a download direct link for you guys on the Patreon. And for everyone else, it is on the Sort It Out SI website. That link is down in the description below. If you're a Patreon, feel free to get it from Sort It Out SI as well. But, you know, if you want that download link, it is straight from there. The attacking width is set as fairly wide. Approach play is pass into place and play out of defence. A fairly high tempo. Whipped crosses in the final third and be more expressive. In transition, it's counter pressing, distributing quickly and taking short kicks. And out of possession, it's a high press system, a standard defensive line, triggering the press much more often. You saw that in the highlights, and preventing the short goal distribution as well. And in terms of the results in the whole squad, in terms of the goals, etc., they were very, very good. And like I said, the cam role did very, very well. Now, Gio Reyna and Marco Roy shared it between them. 30 goals and 20 assists is fantastic to see. The striker, Adeyemi, I think, played up front more than, Seb Haller, because he only played one game on the start and 21 off the bench. So I think Adeyemi actually started more in the simulation. So 32 goals and 9 assists. Julian Brandt with 11 and 11. Marius Wolf with 9 and 9. Sabitzer with 9 and 6. Seb Haller with 7 and 1. Bilo Gittins with 4 and 4 off the bench. Donny Marlin just started one game and 18 off the bench. And we're going to be doing a rebuild of Borussia Dortmund on Saturday. As you watch this, as Friday is my birthday. So, woo, go me, 24 years of age, officially getting old now. So, you know, if you guys can, make sure to smash the like on this video and look forward to that rebuild on Saturday. We're going to go ahead and test now with West Ham and Besiktas, two of his teams that he was assistant manager at, and we can show you how they got on. Well, it's a very similar story with West Ham, a 2.13 goals per game average, exceeding 1.29. So again, very gung-ho, lots of goals scored, and the results were very, very good in the league as well. Getting into the top 4 with West Ham after the season they've just had is absolutely fantastic. And Gianluca Scamacca with 26 goals this season shows it doesn't have to be a small little nippy striker like Adeyemi. Your big man at Scamacca can also do it with 31 goals and 4 assists over the whole entire season. Nico Vlasic with a 7.36 average rating, and as I was simming this, James Ward-Prowse looked like he was on his way to West Ham. They pulled out the deal, and I look stupid, but 23 assists from this man and 6 goals is extremely, extremely impressive and very good to see what he could do. Vlasic scored 12 goals, 8 assists. Jared Burnett at right wing, 11 and 12. 23 assists for Ward-Prowse, like I said. 7 goals for Harry Maguire with this big header, moved him as well. And I also moved Scott McTominay. He started doing 11 games, so a little bit used in the end for him. But Danny Ings with 9 goals and 2 assists as well. Good to see. And Ben Rama with 7 and 4 occupying the left wing position. In the Cups, we didn't do so well. FA Cup, we were 5th rounded by Manchester United, who finished somewhere. On top of the league, of course they did. You know, United. And in semi-final by Manchester City, who come 3rd in the Carabao Cup. So we lost to 2 of the best teams in the league in the Cup. So to be honest, not the end of the world. And you can see all season we were pretty much in with a shout of top 4, and then obviously ended up finishing there as well. So very happy with that. And Besiktas is a team you would expect to win the league with. And I mean, that is even with Galatasaray, who are actually fantastic on this game. Now, if you have not seen some of the signings that these guys are making, they are ridiculous. I mean, Zaha, Bakambu, Sergio Rivera, Lucas Torreira, Angelino are all real signings to Galatasaray. And I've seen, I think Fred might be going there as well. And there's a few other absolutely mental signings to go into Galatasaray. And we've managed to pip them to the post. 81 points, finishing 7 points clear of them. Again, though, 0 draws, so quite a theme. Obviously, if you're going to manage in-game yourself, you might be able to, you know, get even better results, because there's probably a few games where we lost 2 or 3-0 where we were too attacking. We're against a team where we probably shouldn't have been. So that does happen. And the Turkish Cup as well, we were winners on extra time against Gaziantep. And Vincent Aboubakar absolutely smashed it this season. 54 goals, again showing he doesn't have to be the best striker in the world. You're going to score a lot of goals in this formation. I mean, he scored 20 goals alone in the Europa Conference League, and we got knocked out in the round of 16. So it must have been in the group stages. He must have gone, I mean, absolutely off. I mean, I can't bother to find our specific league, but I mean, if we look right at the very start, there's a few big boy results here: 7-1s, 3-0, 3-2, 4-0, 4-0, 2-all. Again, a very tight loss, a tight loss, a tight loss, a tight loss. They're all very close losses. A great spell here as well. A tight loss, tight loss, tight loss. I mean, yeah, we got battered by Transport, but you can see the whole season very close to losses we were getting. So maybe, you know, a few in-game tweaks. You could probably, I mean, get 30 wins and 4 losses, I'd say, over the season. So very happy with how this has worked out. Besiktas as well. And the rest of the squad showing you not just Aboubakar, obviously 54 goals from him, an absolute monster. Cenk Tosun was 23 and 7. Jackson Malika 15 and 5. 11 and 7 from Kezgin. Rashid Ghazal with 28 assists, Jetson Fernandez with 13 as well, 13 assists from Ayadin as well, and 7 assists from Masuaku at left back, and 6 from Ukan as well. So tested amazing with Dortmund, won the league, top 4 with West Ham, and dominated Turkey with Besiktas. So Terzic's 4-2-3-1 is available for you guys to download. Make sure you go and enjoy it, and look out for Sunday for the Borussia Dortmund rebuild.